What's going on YouTube? My name is Walla, and in today's video I just want to address some of the things that have been said about Infinite Warfare and what people are saying about the game and my thoughts on the game personally. I want to talk about, the pros reacting to the game and what they have been saying about it and just what a whole bunch of other big YouTubers have been saying about the game. And just basically putting my opinions out there on what should be done with Infinite Warfare, if it should be played as the Call of Duty esports game this year, or if Modern Warfare Remastered should be played. Now, to start with, a lot of people are hating on this game. They're hating on Infinite Warfare because, they either don't like the maps, or they don't like the movement system anymore, or they just want to play Modern Warfare Remastered. Who knows why people don't like it. I'm sure a lot of you watching this video feel the same way as all these people speaking out against Infinite Warfare and just don't like the game. To address some of these points though, a lot of people say that they don't like these maps because of, ridiculous wall runs, but you have to remember that on Black Ops 3 on Redwood, for example, there is a whole wall run underneath the map where you just run on the trees and you can get right behind the enemies off spawn on Search and Destroy. And there are other wall runs, such as the high wall run on Breach, where you could run up as high as you can, and people are not going to really notice you, and you can just drop down on an enemy by surprise. And I think the wall runs on Black Ops 3 were a lot more insane than on Infinite Warfare. And to be honest, they didn't even bother me. I honestly like the wall runs on Black Ops 3, and I like the wall runs on Infinite Warfare. And I also know that a lot of people are saying that they don't like the maps just because of the look of the map. And to me, that's just ridiculous. The maps do not look that bad. Some of them, don't look great, but some of the maps honestly look really, really good. And also, these maps on Call of Duty change every year from game to game. The maps are always different. Even they may bring back some remakes like Terminal or Nuketown, but in general, the professional maps that are played in esports are always different, and it's always something you have to get used to. You always have to make new strategies for the maps, and you have to play every map differently. And year after year, there are always people that don't like the maps. So saying that you don't like the maps is just stupid to me. Now, onto the point of people saying that they don't like the movement system. This is the thing that bothers me the most about people on this game. People are saying that they want a boots on the ground Call of Duty. They're sick of boost jumping. They're sick of advanced movement in Call of Duty. But this really bothers me because people wanted change when Ghosts came out. People hated Ghosts. And, who knows all the reasons why people hated Ghosts, but people just did not like Ghosts. And people wanted something new, so that's what Sledgehammer Games did. They created Advanced Warfare with advanced movement. So people actually took off and started to like that game and like the advanced movement system. And then Black Ops 3 came out with an even better advanced movement system, and that game was amazing. A lot of people loved it. It was a great game. It was so fun to play. But now that Infinite Warfare has come out with the same movement system as Black Ops 3, people don't like it and are sick of it all of a sudden. Now, that's just crazy to me because for the past 2 years, we have had advanced movement system. And that's only 2 games, and we're on the 3rd game with advanced movement, and people are sick of it. Now, I want to say there are 9 Call of Duties that are boots on the ground, and people want to bring that back, which I can't understand. I do enjoy both movement systems. I like boots on the ground, and I like advanced movement. And I do understand people wanting boots on the ground. But honestly, Infinite Warfare movement system is not nearly as bad as it was in Black Ops 3 or Advanced Warfare. You are not, people are not flying everywhere on this game. For example, on Infinite Warfare, people drop shot, people camp corners going prone. On Black Ops 3, you could not do that at all. And this is because the movement system was so crazy that people were always jumping around, and jumping around was an easy way to win a gunfight. Now on Infinite Warfare, that's not the case. If you jump around too much, it makes you an easier target and easier to kill, and that is why people drop shot. There are a lot of tight corners and narrow hallways and stuff that make it easier to drop shot, and it just makes it a lot harder to use the advanced movement system to your advantage. So people should not be complaining about the movement system as much as they are. Now, moving on to another point that is really bothering me is all of the Call of Duty pros wanting to not play Infinite Warfare as the professional game this year. Instead, a lot of them are coming out and saying that they would rather play Modern Warfare Remastered as the competitive game. Now, I want to start off by saying that this most likely is not going to happen, and I really highly doubt that Modern Warfare Remastered will be the competitive game because of a lot of legal stuff that Activision would have to go through and esports would have to go through to make that happen. And it's not up to all these professional players coming out and saying that they would rather have that game over Infinite Warfare. It is up to Activision and esports and Call of Duty. Now, with that being said, however, a lot of people, a lot of pros are coming out and saying that they think that it could happen and that they really want it to happen. And I personally don't believe that it will happen, but a lot of people think that it could happen. And a lot of the pros are saying how if they had to play Infinite Warfare for a year, that their life would be hell and it would be really stressful because they just don't enjoy the game enough. But I honestly believe that it's too early to judge whether this game is going to be good or not. In a few months, if people still hate the game and think it's terrible and don't want to play it, then fine, it's a bad game. But we're only 10 days into this game. It is too early to say whether it is a good or bad game and to decide whether you want to play it for the whole year or not. As of right now, people are saying that they like Modern Warfare Remastered more, but people could get really tired of that game and want to play Infinite Warfare. You know, anything could happen at this point. Another thing that I do want to talk about briefly is how a lot of YouTubers and professional gamers who make a living off playing Call of Duty are coming out and saying that they're getting less views on their Infinite Warfare videos than they were on their Black Ops 3 videos or whatever. And, you know, I would say that that's partly their fault because they're coming out and saying how bad the game is, but then they still want people to watch their videos on Infinite Warfare. Them coming out saying that the game is bad and they are not going to enjoy it is not going to make people want to watch them. It's going to make people not want to watch them and not want to play Call of Duty at all. It's going to make people want to play other games instead. And really, they're just hurting themselves by saying that. A lot of these guys, I think, should just suck it up and play the game and, you know, stop being babies about it, really. You know, the game is not going to change. It's not going to change this year. They're not just going to scrap this game and just release a whole new game. And they're most likely not going to play Modern Warfare Remastered as the competitive Call of Duty. So, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope some of you do agree with me. You know, obviously, a lot of people that don't like the game are going to disagree with what I said. But, you know, if you did agree with me, please leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and peace out.